So the next game we're going to talk about is the game that I have spent the most time playing across many systems, more than any game I've ever played. I have to have spent upwards of maybe, it has to be like, it's either like between 5 and 10,000 hours. I checked on my Xbox, and the Xbox, which the system I played this the least, I spent nearly I had to do as a calculator. Calculator. Yeah. So about 500 hours, now like 600 hours on my Xbox, and that's the system I played on the least. So maybe closer to about like 5,000 hours I played this game. By and large, more than any other game I've ever played. I'm really hyping it up. All roads lead back to wrestling, my friends. Dropping a lot of fun hints, huh? And no road is greater for me. Building up. WWE 2K19. 3 stars out of 5. Lots to talk about in this game. Lots to unpack for me. So, as I stated, I have put countless amounts of time into this game. I'm struggling almost to find the right words. This game required a lot of imagination from me to be as great as it was. However, it gave me those tools to be creative. This game is essentially like having action figures. And you play with those action figures in a ring you create, and you kind of have to keep some of the stats yourself. But some of them are kept in the game. I'm doing a bad job. Fuck. We're going to talk about another WWE game lower down on the list here. You may get at what I'm getting at here. So, WWE 2K19 is flawed. It has funny moments. There's so many things that should be there that aren't. They haven't figured out hair for some reason. The belt physics are still a little messed up. The commentary's dirt garbage awful. Customization tools are just a little lacking. They're there, but they're a little lacking. But man, it's a good feeling wrestling game. It's the best feeling wrestling game I've ever played. It's a game for the, again, it provided an immense amount of enjoyment for me because I like to create my own, essentially book my own universe modes. And actually, my phone's over there, so I can't really show you. I usually have to keep the stats myself. There's like a pro and con for everything. Like, I love to be able to keep the stats myself because the stat tracking in the universe mode here is kind of garbage. Maybe there's some, like there is title reigns and stuff like that, but there's no win-loss records. And there's rankings and stuff and divisions, but it's just a little wonky. And there is separate shows and stuff, but you can't do any drafts. And there are separate titles, but you're limited to a certain amount. And it's just, I constantly find myself having to like work around these barriers that the games put up for me to get to maximum enjoyment. But at the end of the day, again, this game is just like having wrestling action figures. And you can make your own world. Roster's huge. Wrestling feels great. Each wrestler feels like them. Good move sets. The actual, like, besides the occasional glitches, very smooth looking, great looking character models, runs solid at 60 frames a second, except for entrances on PC. I don't know if that's consoles too, but PC, the entrances are capped at 30 frames a second, which kind of sucks, but it's not that bad. Some characters look great with the belts and stuff. I'm telling you, long hair, they have not figured out long hair. Everyone's long hair looks whack, but not as bad as some other games that we're going to be getting into. I've just keep putting together matches, keep doing tournaments. The community creation is incredible. and is going to keep this game floating for for a long time, as long as they let it be open, because they eventually closed community creations in the old games, and since 2K20, which, spoiler alert, yes, we will be talking about, since that got just lambasted for being a terrible game, the community creations really kept that game fresh, and you can just keep making new arenas, new belts, new people, new this, new that, and it always feels like there's something new to do. So I feel like this game is deserving of a 3. It's a very flawed game, but still a very fun game. And this is a good example of a 3 because a lot of the enjoyment comes from what the property is. And I'm not specifically, I don't watch WWE anymore. They ran me off. I'm an AEW guy, MLW, ROH, last show tonight in my hometown of Baltimore. I'm not going to be able to be there, but still. But I just have no interest in their product, but still, I love this game. And I keep coming back to it. So for me, that was enough to give it a 3. This game could have, with proper stat tracking, without all the stupid barriers and just, this game gets in its own way so much. That's kind of 2K for you, I guess. So, and WWE too. So, 3 stars for WWE 2K19.